Welcome to another STG Fire Safety Training online course. Many of the answers to the quizzes are contained in the video, so if you have any trouble, please review the video a second time. Good luck with your studies. Welcome to Lesson 1, called Preparation for Responding to Bushfire. This is the first course in a series of 6. You will be issued a certificate for each individual course. If you complete all 6 lessons, we will send you a personal certificate of participation, covering all lessons and courses. In this lesson you will learn how to identify whether you are personally ready to respond and how to make critical pre-checks prior to responding. Often when an alarm of fire is received, whether via pager or some other means of communication, our physiology changes and adrenaline starts surging through our body, often affecting our ability to make rational and calculated decisions. It's therefore important to think about a few things we can do prior to receiving an alarm of fire. Points to consider. 1. Are you feeling a little unwell? Firefighting can be physically demanding, and we need to be at a very good level of personal fitness when considering responding to a fire. 2. Have you got an injury that may affect your performance on the fire ground? You may even consider the injury quite minor, but imagine the worst-case scenario. Would you become a hindrance rather than a help? Example. You are asked to haul a hose up a steep hill through the bush. Could you perform this task? 3. Have you been having trouble sleeping for the last week or so? Do you feel somewhat fatigued? If the bushfire is a protracted fire, would you be able to perform all tasks as expected? 4. This one relates to your personal lifestyle and consumption of alcohol and/or drugs. Not everyone consumes one or both of these, but I certainly must mention them. Both of these may affect your ability to make decisions and potentially place yourself and others in danger. After considering these points and any others you can think of, you may decide everything is okay and you will be available to respond if there is a fire. On the other hand, maybe you should refrain from responding because your personal evaluation has identified a reduced ability to perform in stressful situations, placing yourself and others in potential danger. The next consideration relates to the way you initially respond to the fire station or other location. Most fire agencies will have standard operating procedures relating to this, and you should familiarize yourself with these SOPs. i.e., your brigade or department may require you to respond directly to the fire station and not to the fire, where others may allow firefighters to respond directly to the fire. It's therefore important that you understand your brigade or department's requirements. Failure to be aware of standard operating procedures may place you and other members of the public in danger. When you arrive at the fire station or other location, you should ensure that you do the following. 1. Let your supervisor know you have arrived. 2. Obtain a briefing on the situation, including which vehicle you are allocated to. What will be your expected role, i.e. crew leader, crew member. 3. Locate your protective clothing and give a quick check before placing it on. Now that you're preparing to respond to the fire, it's likely others have arrived and you're starting to do the pre-response checks. These may include the following checks: protective clothing, maps and hoses, batteries and fuel, water tank levels and radios, sirens, food and water, mobile phone and GPS, weather meters and documentation. Foam concentrate levels and equipment lockers are secure. As you are probably aware, firefighting often requires protracted periods of sometimes extremely hard work, so adequate food and water is essential. Ration packs can often fill the gap between the fire starting and when food becomes available. Depending on your agency's processes and efficiencies, there could be quite some delays in setting up catering facilities. So be prepared. As a firefighter, it's your responsibility to ensure that you are personally prepared for the challenges of responding to wildfire and making sure that all team members can rely on you to carry out tasks as required. Good luck. In the next lecture we will go through gathering information and consideration of local conditions. An introduction to maps will also be included. I hope to see you in the next video. Well done. You have completed another video. At STG Fire Safety Training, we hope you enjoyed the presentation. Please move on to the next task or review the video again to reinforce the information. See you in the next video.